Have you ever played Mario Land 1 for the original Game Boy? Famously, this game was made to be a launch title for the Game Boy when it released back in 1989. It was made by Nintendo R&D 1, and the game was developed alongside the hardware for the Game Boy itself. It's a really interesting design to me because it answers the question, how do you take Mario, an existing franchise, and make it pocket size? The way Mario Land 1 answers this question is by making everything tiny. Mario is tiny. The enemies are tiny. The blocks are tiny. The power-ups are tiny. What I think is impressive is that they take such small monochromatic sprites and they still manage to make them move and behave in a way that feels Mario-like. As a launch title for the original Game Boy, this design does feel pretty rudimentary compared to most other 2D Mario games, but it's a remarkably well-made platformer compared to its contemporaries on the Game Boy. The controls are responsive, the physics make sense. There's a theme of globe-trotting around it, which is some Mario DNA that remains relatively unexplored until Odyssey, strangely enough. The most challenging thing about this game probably is that some enemies won't react the way that you expect exactly. Koopas, for example, will turn into bombs instead of having their shells move around. That can be a nasty surprise the first time around. And the game is weirdly liberal with checkpoints, which in some ways is nice, but sometimes your progress will be saved and you won't have a chance to get a new power-up before going into something like a boss fight. So in that way it can be kind of unforgiving. Also, it's a forced scroller, so you can't backtrack at all. But I think the difficulty curve is pretty manageable, especially with modern tools. And the game itself is short. It's very easy to beat in a single sitting. The single best thing about this game is its soundtrack. Absolute banger chiptunes. While I wouldn't say this is an essential 2D Mario by any means, I think it is very successful in what it was trying to do, and it laid the foundation for the whole Mario Land and Wario Land series, which progresses in a really interesting way. If you want to hear a longer and deeper analysis of this game, you should check out my podcast Pocketeering, where we did a devoted episode on it.